Oh, greetings. I thought I'd do one standing up rather than crouching down. You can still see the trains running though. So, I'm actually standing in front of my, let's see, go. Logo and train still running. Excellent. Right, we'll go here then. So yes, oh, let's come closer though so you can actually hear me properly. So yes, I've decided on a railway company. I'm just going to stick with the GWR, as evidenced, the Great Western Railway. It is my jam. The only thing I need to answer now is N-Gauge or double O. Now, the great thing about N-Gauge is, of course, all the Japanese stuff could, in theory, if I decided to be running it, could run on there. I have actually got the N-Gauge Prairie. I ordered it today. It's going to go with it. What's going to go with it? Keep it, you know, it adds to the collection, regardless of what happens here. You know, it's just one I want to make sure I have. Sorry. You know, I was going to have a drink before I started this, I didn't. So, yes, the N-Gauge Prairie is on the way. This is actually a sneak peek of this weekend's stream. I might change it now, though. The Dutch is being seen on the big train. I'm also showing on Instagram, because I was actually on Instagram, I've got a poll between the two. So, I just want to give a little bit of a lowdown on what I see as the pros and cons of both. So we'll start with, as Dale, the Highboy and Hogger calls it, N stands for Nirvana. Now, immediately, I've got a 14 wagon plus brake van train running in one direction. In fact, I've got a twin track loop for a start. 14 wagon train there with the IVEC 2 at the front. In the opposite direction, there is an 8 coach train behind the Princess Coronation. In OO, in the same space, the straight that the Princess Coronation just entered onto there, at the same length, would let me put a small Prairie tank and 2 bogie coaches on. Really, the overall length I'd get on here would be 3 coach trains, which, you know, Farish have said they're bringing, or Farish I told at Teams, they are bringing the castle class out again. So it could be a castle at the front of 8 coaches or more, looking rather splendid, or I could have a castle in double O. Now, cons against it, because this is where we hit this company, Dapol, or Dapol, as it is Dave and Polly, I believe, so it should be Dapol, I believe. Anyway, he's from a Cato. Anyway, regardless of that, you hit that problem and the reliability issue. Now, obviously, new models should be fine. The Manor looks great, the Mogul looks great, and obviously I took into consideration unless I took the double track loops here, and I was like, yeah, you get those, because this is some of their new design ones. Now everything, including the panniers, is going to go through that process and be redesigned. How long are we waiting? I mean, this is the silly thing in OO. I can get a Hall. Batman are about to re-release the Hall, but I can go on eBay, I can find a Hall. I can go to a show, I can find a Hall. Modified, unmodified. The modified Hall has never come out in N-Gauge as far as I can see in recent times. The old Farish Hall may have done a modified one, but you be the judge on whether that was different to the unmodified one. Whereas it looks like a Hall, to be honest. The castle's even worse, but so yes, and obviously this is a big one for me, just moving forwards, is for an N-Gauge coach. I was looking at one of these today. Now these Hawksworths, the meat behind the Duchess here are 2 Hawksworth coaches, and in double O, I can only find those online. This is on eBay. Other auction sites are probably available. But I can find those in Crimson and Cream in maroon, but I can't find them in chocolate and cream in double O particularly well. Okay, so not great there. But there is one on another site, which just in case I'm going to not mention because I do want to try and build up a rake of Hawkless, for 26 quid. 26 quid would get me a double O coach as well, which is, you know, size difference in model for the same money. Both second hand, but you know what I mean. They're re-releasing the Hawksworth coaches, Farish. The same tooling as these ones from quite a few years pre-pandemic, because I had some of these before I had these ones. They're coming at 40 something quid each with the shop discounts. So again, you're paying that for a coach this size as opposed to a coach that size. Any other pros or cons of N-Gage? Also, Pro, yes, I can run other things as well as, but that would be true of the double O. I'd be able to run a HO Loco, or I'd have to buy some, but I'd be able to run one. Pro of this one, because I've got a loop, because it doesn't extend over to a feed yard here, a feed yard I've now destroyed actually, this bit I did have. Because it doesn't have to come over to here, it can be set up and run. I can do other bits if it needs to be while it's running. Say, oh, I need to sort out a payment. I need to do a payment for, let's just say, sake of argument. I mean, well, I've got this on direct debit, but you know, let's say I need to pay my car tax. And I think, oh, I've got to do it earlier. I can jump on now. I don't have to sort my trains. I can just quickly jump on the computer, sort that out. Train's still running, shut the computer, and go back to the trains again. Now, yes, okay, with the feed yard, you see, you just hook it and move it. I'm not worried about being able to play train sim at the same time, because why would you do both? And this is where we have to move on to the pros and cons of the because that's about where it runs out for N-Gage for me. Oh no, sorry, you're right. There's, you know, yes, trains in a scene. Okay, in this layout it would be a bit more difficult to do that because your scene is from here to there, and this would be very much a train set style layout. But that works for so many people. Immediate one that comes to mind that's very similar on a much bigger scale than this though is Elvenhome. It's, I hope you don't mind me calling it, it's more in the style of some of the train sets where there's no fiddle yard, basically. That's how I always think about it. You know, it's all a layout with scenery everywhere, which is what Sakura Junction was. It was a train set for me. I think the thing we need to do as hobbyists is remove the negative connotation from the word train set. You know, there's nothing negative about a train set. They're all model railways. Yeah. But anyway, so yes, but that's the sort of layout it would be, the scenery year round. So, you know, not quite setting a railway in a landscape, I guess is what I'm angling for there. So yes, there is that. Say cons and support is really poor at the minute, especially with GWR, which is really weird to say. There's no halls, no 2800s, no 3882s, no castles currently, no county 460s, no Granger's RTR at the minute. Big N-Gage obviously heard me. No Granger's currently RTR, the Manors are way off, the Moguls are way off, no Colic Goods, no Dean Goods. Panniers, you are limited to trying to get the 64XX from Farish, which I'm lucky to have now, which okay you can get that Western Rambler train set. And I have to say actually, I'm really impressed with how much that's selling. I've noticed a lot are sold out, a lot of places. People are asking at Tings for them around and about, are asking for that set. That's great. Dapol got you covered in that regard with these panniers, but then you're taking your chances with those at the minute. No 1400s. There's a lot missing. There's our prairies. Okay, you get the Sonic model large prairie. There's no small prairie. The 56XX was Solid Models. Where is it? It came out, it came and went. Right. If they produce those, the numbers they produce these J50s that Rails can't seem to shift would have been on a good thing there. Yeah, so support isn't great, whereas with the 00, obviously I can rock up to any shop. Usually there's something Great Western 00. However, this is a pro, and something I quite like about the idea of the Engage in this regard. Though with the 00, I suppose some of this is starting to happen. I've got the easy wins in my collection already, but it's one of the things I liked about the MWR project when I toyed with that one. Also, yes, a 00 project would let me run those as well. Something I liked about that project though, which fed into the N-Engage, is because of that limited availability, it was going to be a bit more of a slow burn project where, yeah, I can't just go around going, oh yes, I'll have that, oh yes, I'll have that, oh yes, I'll have that, because they're not there. Even more so with the LNW, but that's a whole other side of the story. Yeah, so you know, it's that's kind of nice. But then where I am with the 00, it's a bit of self-discipline, isn't it? Not buying 50 halls just because you can get 50 halls right there and then. Not that I'd be able to afford that many for £1 each. But they're all working. I mean, we can talk. And so the nice thing is the sort of like, yeah, it's just that slow burn, but is it worth that effort with the Engage? Because I could slow burn and go, look, there's a Grange, let's grab that. Doesn't work. Has to go off to be repaired or whatever. Which is the risk you take with any second-hand item, but with that company, it could come to you like that. So yeah, so that's the pros and cons as far as Super Engage now complete. 00 will quickly go through those ones because it's a bit easier. So obviously, massive cons straight away, you're not getting as much in. You're not getting as much in. I'm not going to use the Trix C-Track for a 00 layout in here if I was to do one. Get some baseboards, and then it will be Pico Bullhead, track, ballasted, everything normally. Why? Well, more flexibility. I might be able to get a bit more in some ways. You know, I was thinking about actually a slightly curved platform maybe, just to make it a little bit more interesting as well. So you know, there's stuff like that to consider. I mean, obviously a massive pro of Engage is what's happening right behind me. So I'm doing this to you and talking to you, and look, that's what's running. But yes, obviously massively much more well supported. The fact that in 00 not only can you cover the basic classes, including the kings, as well as the castles, you can also get the stars. You can get the dew dogs. You can get the small outside cylinder pannier, the small outside cylinder saddle tank. Just not from Olivia's trains. Second hand bit. Good grief, the amount of hassle I had earlier this year with one of those. You can get the 4700s. You know, the stuff's out there. Okay, with Osborne's, which is another model shop I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with. I want to love them. Engage Superstore. But the amount of times I order something here, nothing for weeks, and then contact them to go, oh yeah, it's not in stock. Could you email me some of this? Maybe? So, yeah, there's that one. But, yeah. So, you know, there are bits there, but again, it's just that much more. 00 as a whole is so much more well supported, isn't it? Yeah. I would say detail levels, but then I've seen some fantastic detailed Engage layouts. But the pro is I can't fall asleep whilst using it. This, I was dozing off earlier watching them. Okay, long day at work. Why aren't you going to bed now? No, because I need to do this video, that's why. But yeah, so I'm just saying literally that it's better supported, you can get less in, that's a pro and a con. And those are the main ones. But my key part here is that I make the right decision moving forward. So what I'm asking in this video is basically, what do you guys think? Now, some of you have your biases. You are either engaged or you double A models. Some of you may do both. You know. I mean, I will say these two have been running since I got home from work, and we are several hours later, and they're both still running like you know, the proverbial Swiss watch, you know. But before I commit and buy anything else in either gauge, I really would like to have some feedback on what you think is the best one. If you can think of any more pros and cons, do let me know. I'm very happy to go engage. I mean, say I'm watching that coal train go around the corner at the far end there, which is just coming into shot now for you, on the back wall there. And it's like, wow, that's really cool to see. I'm imagining, you know, the mogul at the front or something. I don't know if that's a mogul, but you know, the Great Western mogul. I'm willing to be patient on those releases. The castle, you know, and that's it. And when it does come out, hit it hard and right, get at least two. So I'm one going in one direction, one going in the other direction. I know two double-headed the other day, didn't they? On the main line. So it's not on me not willing to put the effort in there and you know, get things as they become available. So when Dapol do the panniers, and you know, there is always, is it DCC Supplies, I think, they do the repairs on your Farish locos and stuff. You know, get them sent off, get them sorted. Not Farish, Dapol. So yeah, you know, I've not made up my mind here. It sound like I'm going, oh yes, well, double O's far bit small. I can get all my engines I want, I can get all the rolling stock I want, bar my Hawksworth coaches. Which don't really fit the year anyway, so I'm doing, but I just really love the design. I feel I should show you folks. One Mr. Collets and one Mr. Hawksworth. Ironically, the Collet here is in Hawksworth livery, but yes, there is a Collet coach. You see it's very square ended there. That's the bit you need to pay attention to mostly, is the square end. Here is one of Mr. Hawksworth's coaches. You got that nice rounded end to it. Quite a different profile, actually a bit smaller, a bit more squat. But I think they're actually slightly longer, yeah. Slightly longer. But yeah, I really do like these. There's at least one of the Severn Valley in the Great Western Rake, and it is an absolute joy to ride on. It's so comfortable. I really like that. These are nice. These are really nice as well, but if I can get on the Hawksworth, I will. I just really like them. Make sure I put them back on the track in the right direction. There we are. Alright, but yes, so you know, whilst I may not have access to those in 00 so easy, that's something that's a slow burn side, isn't it? Yeah. But there's the extra detail I potentially could put onto that 00 lens, so I suppose there's another thing there. So yes, let me know what you think. This is going on for far long enough. And I'll look forward to seeing the results, see what you say. Remember, this is just a gauge. I'm settled on the Great Western. Really have to stick with this. I'm going to say, I pointed down here. We do have LWR there. That's why I'm pointing down there. So, and one coal tank in LW livery, so you know. But yes, it's something I'd like to get sorted out. So thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.